How to adjust your brakes on your Kugoo electric scooter. This is your Kugoo M4 and M4 Pro brake caliper. There are a few different parts to it. You can see this one is on your scooter. I'll use this one to demonstrate. So the most important part to these calipers are your pads. They are on the inside here. If you look, when I squeeze the brake, your pads move just like that. They wear down, especially on quicker scooters like these. You have a lever on the outside, so your cable, which is this part here, when you pull your brake, this gets tighter, just like this one, and it moves your brake pads closer like that. What that does is that clamps onto your brake disc and slows your wheel. So that's spinning, and then you pull your brake, just like that. So there are a few places to adjust. There is your cable. You can adjust your cable. You can adjust the width of your pads, and you can adjust the lateral movement by these two top screws, which is this one and this one. That'll move the caliper left and right to center the brake pads onto your disc. So I'll show you how to do that now. So this is a brake pad. You have two of these in each brake caliper. They slot in at the bottom here, one facing in that way and the other facing in that way. So you need to adjust both of these. First one, we'll go at the left-hand side one. You need a 5mm Allen key, and you can adjust that by placing it in here and screwing it in or out. You can see that that's getting tighter, just like that. I'll show you that on the wheel now. So if you look through the wheel, you can tighten that just like that. Just turn it left and right till it feels right to you. So the second pad is the lever side pad. You'll see when it moves in, when you pull the lever, that's the one that's moving. So to adjust that, you need to adjust where this lever is along your cable. So you'll need a 5mm Allen key again. Loosen this screw. If you hold the cable, you can slide it up and down with the lever. Find the position that you want, hold it in place, and then you can tighten the screw back again. It's important not to go too hard on this screw. Just catch the tension, just like that. So then when you pull your brake, that is your brake caliper adjusted. Sometimes you'll hear a rubbing disc, especially on new scooters. This is completely normal, and within a couple of kilometers, this will disappear. All it is your new brake pads. When they are new, they rub the disc a little bit. In a couple of kilometers, that just disappears. Sometimes if your caliper gets a bang or if there's something worn unevenly, this will continue. Your brake caliper can be adjusted left and right, just like that. I'll show you how now. What that does is it adjusts the center line of your disc in between the pads. So there are two screws at the top. This one and this one, or on your scooter, this one and that one. We just loosen them out. You can see that there's a lot of movement in your caliper. So when I move it, sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's not, because it's loose. The best way to center these is to pull the brake, or you can, with your hand, pull the lever in. This will make everything center, and then tighten these screws again while holding that lever tight or having your brake on. And now your brake caliper is centered. No more rubbing. Your rear caliper on your Kugoo M4 or M4 Pro is the same as your front, adjusted the same. The only thing is, on the back side, if you remember, we adjusted this screw for one of the pads. You can't physically get to that because this is your motor. There's nowhere to put your Allen key through. So the easiest way to do this is to take the whole caliper off, adjust it and put it back on. If there's no rubbing or there's no further adjustments to make, don't loosen these screws because it'll mess with your alignment. It's handier if you just take it off at the bracket, which is these two screws. So I'll take that off now. By taking it off at the bracket, you'll see that your lateral movement is still solid and you're not messing with that. So once that comes off, now you have access to this back screw, which will adjust your inner pad. Adjust it to what you think is the desired distance. You might have to do this once or twice, and then stick it back on. That's your caliper fitted. These pads, especially on the rear on these scooters, wear quickly. The pads, which are these parts here, they wear down naturally just like a car or a bicycle. At higher speeds, they will wear quickly. If you're riding at reasonable speeds, they won't wear as quickly. And eventually they will wear out. That's just the nature of brake pads. We have a full repair center with all the parts, and we can replace the pads, the caliper, brake line, brake disc, anything else you want.